The heels elevated, global flexion, counterbalance squat. Mouthful. So for this exercise, we've tried to give you some equipment that you could simply use at home if you don't have access to a couple of light dumbbells and stuff like that. So what we've used here is a couple of water bottles that Ollie's going to place in his hands, which are going to provide the counterbalance. Again though, if you've got a couple of 2 kilogram dumbbells, they would be perfectly placed to use as well. We also need for this exercise something to place between the knees. A plastic football, any sort of football is absolutely perfect for this. If you haven't got that, fold a pillow in half or use a really, really thick book. But you just need something to go between the knees to squeeze against as you go down. Now, for this exercise, we're going to use a couple of plates also to elevate the heels. And the reason we're going to do that is to take out any stiffness or limitation in joints that would impede you as you go down in this exercise. So we've used weight plates. You can use a couple of books, just anything to elevate the heels. So when we do this, we place the plates or the books roughly at hip width apart. So we don't want Ollie to be like this. We don't want him to be too narrow. We want him roughly hip width apart. So from there, Ollie, just cut your heels onto the plates so that your toes are on the floor. Now his heels are elevated. Ball goes between the knees and he just gently squeezes that throughout. From here, this is really where now we're looking to get as much what we call flexion in the body as possible. So we want to get the ankles to bend, the knees to bend, the hips to bend, and the lower back to bend, which is going to decompress it. So Ollie, let's go through the setup. Little squeeze of that ball for me. Unlock your knees, okay? And what I want you to think about doing is getting your hips to your heels and be like an elevator. So you can only go straight down, mate. You can't pitch forwards, you can't pitch back. And as you do so, I want Ollie to think about reaching forward with his arms so that his shoulders open at the back. That's going to provide the counterbalance so he doesn't fall back, but it's also going to allow the space between his shoulders to open up, his lower back to open up, and he can breathe in that position. So that's the movement that I want him to do. Ollie, if you come back to the start, we're now going to do it and add breathing on top. So Ollie, unlock the knees. Okay, we're going to go be like an elevator, go straight down, hips to heels, reaching forward as you do. Okay, pop your head and chin down. And I want you to think about inhaling through your nose, exhaling out of your mouth as you push to stand. And finish tall, mate. Lovely. Okay, unlock the knees, sorry. Hips to heels, reaching forward as you do. Inhale through your nose. Exhale and push for me. Good stuff, one more. Unlock the knees. Hips to heels, reaching forwards, relax the head. Inhale through your nose. Exhale as you push. And when he's in that bottom position, if you go back down for me, Ollie, it's really, really good exercise. Not only are we getting global movement in the body, but we're shutting off the front end of his body. So when he does in this position inhale, air moves backwards in the body, which decompresses everything for a healthier lower back. Well done, mate. Thank you.